ERC, quality service since 1972. Repairing TVs, console stereos, electronic musical instruments, pinball machines, arcade games, and more. Call 836-0454.
You've clicked on the Weather Xtreme video. I'm ABC 3340 meteorologist Brian Peters. And don't adjust your picture. Now, the artificial light here at the Tutwiler Hotel is just a little bit yellow, and that means your picture looks a little bit yellow. I'm down here at City Stages for the weekend, so we're doing this in my hotel room this morning. Now, let's get right to what's going on outside. Here's a look at the surface map for today, for this morning, and we have a pesky front that is approaching, and that is going to kick off and is kicking off some showers and thunderstorms. In the upper atmosphere, we have a trough over the central U.S. that is actually going to be digging across the eastern half of the country and bringing us perhaps some slightly drier air for the first of the week. Here's a look at the temperatures. Very warm all the way from southeastern Canada all the way to Texas, with temperatures generally in the 60s and 70s. Still cool as we end up with that trough situation over the Rockies, and warm with the ridge over the eastern half of the country, but that is changing. Here's the temperatures across central Alabama, and we're generally in the 70s, although there are a few upper 60 readings across the area. I notice Alex City and Gadsden all reporting 68 this morning. Radar a little bit active this morning, was active during the day yesterday, although last evening it certainly cleared off nicely for City Stages, and we had cooler temperatures and just a very pleasant evening. And looking at a bigger radar picture, we can see some pretty significant storms along the front. Looks like the front is draped across the Mid-South there in the vicinity of Memphis. No activity in the tropics, which is good. They've been quiet. Now let's get to the 06Z GFS model run. And this is the 12Z, the 12-hour forecast. This is for today, and there's our trough. It's now edged over into the Great Lakes, but beginning to dig down into the southeastern U.S. And we got a little disturbance there, little impulse moving across Arkansas, and that's going to translate to rain a bit the way we just saw it on radar. Now by Sunday afternoon around 1 o'clock, this is the 18Z map, it looks like that impulse is over South Carolina, Georgia area, and that translates to the front more or less coming through. Now, will we dry out enough that we won't see any showers tomorrow? I think the greatest threat of showers tomorrow will come a little bit south of Birmingham, and we may see some showers in the morning in the Birmingham area, but I think the day Sunday is going to end up being very nice. By Monday, the trough is over the eastern half of the country, and now it's beginning to dig as we see some impulses in that trough. By Tuesday, the trough has really dug in across the eastern half of the country, so the ridge has shifted back to the west and is now over the Rockies, so kind of a flip-flop in the pattern. That trough over the eastern half of the country, establishing a really good northwesterly flow, and that always brings a concern, at least for me anyway, that we may see the development of MCSs or MCCs to our northwest. And indeed, at the surface map on Wednesday shows a few areas of rain over the central U.S., and that could translate into these long-lived thunderstorms. That's something we'll certainly be watching with this northwesterly flow. The trough continues to edge eastward on Thursday, and by Friday it is really over the East Coast, and again that translates to a rather active pattern across the northern Gulf with that stalled front down in that area, the stalled frontal boundary. By Saturday, a week from today, we're still under northwesterly flow, which means we're going to see temperatures a lot closer to normal, or perhaps even slightly below for the next week or so if the GFS is right. And again, on Saturday, it's showing a couple of those MCSs there, one up there in northwestern Iowa and one over Arkansas, or possibly convective feedback, but this looks like it's actually trying to forecast some of those MCSs. That's a mesoscale convective complex or mesoscale convective system. Now, let's quickly take one shot out there into the future. This is the 27th through the end of June. Looks like the ridge is building back into the area into the eastern half of the country. And with that, just a rather unsettled pattern with daily showers and thunderstorms. Well, we appreciate you tuning in to the audio podcast. Again, apologize for the color. We'll be supporting City Stages with weather forecasts and help this weekend. Hope you get a chance to come down and enjoy some of the music. Hope you have a great weekend, and God bless.